Take the smile from your face. Everybody's gone. You don't wear very well what you've been putting on. You paint a picture of life that we've never known. Take the smile from your face. Everybody's gone. Put the tears in your eyes that you've always cried. There's no need to disguise what you feel inside. There's no use for you to pretend. There is nothing wrong. Take the smile from your face. Everybody's gone. We fooled all our friends when we put on our show. But it's midnight again, and the curtains are closed. Don't sit alone in the dark with your makeup on. Take the smile from your face. Everybody's gone. Take the smile from your face. Everybody's gone.
MeTV 24 Meridian proudly presents your favorite way to start the day. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
And good morning from Scotty Ray and Candace. It is Friday. How does everybody feel?
It's Friday, and it is foggy a little bit still.
Yeah.
It was really foggy this morning. So.
Now that you bring that up, let's go ahead and go to radar, because this is a serious matter if you're getting ready to leave home. It is ferocious, and I like to use that word. As we see here, all of Clark County now in thick fog. This down here, this line where it's a little bit darker, is under a advisory. Now, Clark, Jasper, these areas across here are not Smith County. Neither is Lauderdale County, but look how thick we've got. Let's turn on location so everybody can kind of see where this stuff, the imaginary lines fall. Now, even up in this area here, we've got light fog out in the West Lauderdale area. The further that you go into town, right along where EMEPA is on Highway 39, the Coca-Cola plant, all of North Hills is fog in there. Past Northcrest Baptist Church, out here to the country store. And you follow this on into Collinsville, the four-way stop. But when you get on into town, somewhere right around Walmart, it's going to get thicker toward MCC, SMI on 22nd Avenue, and out by the airport. Look how thick this is. Now, if you think that's thick, wait till you get to Plant Sweat and you get on Valley Road and you start going toward Clarkdale in these areas, out by Stuckey's Bridge, Dunn's Fall. Look at this around Quitman Enterprise. It is thick right here where Clarko State Park is. I'm telling y'all, in areas you probably won't be able to see your hand. So it's thick. Allow a lot of extra time for yourself as you head off to work this morning. We don't want you to be involved in an accident in any shape, form, or way. Look two ways twice.
And especially, a lot of people don't think about the train tracks. If you have to cross a train track, be extra careful.
And I'll say this. I've seen people run this where Waters International is, and if you're going toward where the FedEx is down through there, the shortcut over to where the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. I've seen people drive around those arms over and over and over again. Because
you think you can beat it.
Yeah, that ain't good. Don't do it.
Especially in weather like this, because, the train will be on you before you even know it,
Good morning to Sugar Lock, Mississippi. Betsy Holly watching from up in Sugar Lock. Bet y'all having a town meeting down at the Dollar General.
Cindy Skipper's also in Sugar Lock.
Yeah, lots going on up there. And Sugar Lock has, they used to, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, there used to be Sugar Lock Day, because back in the radio days, we'd go up there and do it. Is that still going?
I don't know, but I've been to it, and they did like fresh fried pork skins. Do you eat pork skins?
Oh, of course.
I watched it. It's a neat thing to watch. I had never seen anybody fry them like fresh like that until then.
Well, down at Squealer's, she makes her own. And she used to give me a doggy bag to bring home to JJ because JJ loved them so much.
I know.
Now it's just me and Sophie dipping it in salsa, sitting there.
I have never had them dipped in salsa.
Oh, it's great. Even, the cheese dip.
Yeah.
If you dip it in cheese dip, it's incredible. And they used to do that, make them fresh also at the Scuba Barbecue Club.
Okay.
Back when I'd get invited. Lewis and them used to invite me up there to have barbecue with them. It was fun.
Now, I like barbecue flavored pork skins. Those are good too.
Boom.
But, okay.
She done put her hand up.
I've always said Sugar Lock.
It's Sugar Lock.
But it's spelled Shuqualak.
You can't pronounce the way it's spelled.
Okay. I just was wondering if I've been saying it wrong.
No, it's Sugar Lock. It's like sugar and then lock.
Yeah, that's how I've always said it.
Because, we from time to time had new newscasters come through Meridian, and they get to Sugar Lock and Wahalik, and they ain't sure what it is.
Yeah. Betsy said they do not have Sugar Lock Day anymore.
That's sad. I really enjoyed that. And then you'd go up to Macon. Also had a day where they'd have the first time I ever saw chicken on a stick was in Macon, Mississippi.
Really?
Yeah, never had I seen that. Angie bought one. I tried it. I thought, yee doggy after that.
It's got like the onions and the bell peppers.
Yeah.
And all that on.
I've never seen nothing like that. That was new to us back then.
Yeah. I like to do those on the grill, or I used to. I hadn't done it in a long time, but anyway. Let's see. Wayne and Dolores Roberts, good morning to you. And Teresa Short, good morning from Lost Gap, Mississippi.
And anybody in Sugar Lock that hadn't went by and just woke up Nancy Bryan lately, go by and knock on her door, make sure she's all right there. I ain't talked to her in forever. Hope she's doing okay. She used to be my banker.
See, Sandy White says, Sugar Lock.
That's a good way to put it there in pronunciating that.
Yeah.
And where else can you go and find a town named Zero?
Yeah.
I only here. I was trying to think of some more. And a lot of our names deal with Indian names. Of course, scuba means muddy water, and if you've ever lived anywhere near it, you'll know why.
I did not know that scuba meant
muddy water. Been told that since I was a youngin' there. Good morning to each and every one of y'all. Sent y'all a pic on Highway 19. Ooh, I'll look that up here in just a second, see if I can grab that.
Alan Nicholson said that Tomb Suba Baptist Church, they're having a yard sale in the gym tomorrow, October 16th. It starts at 7 a.m. It's a fundraiser for the winter retreat in December. So y'all go check that out.
We've got a bunch of going-ons, and I word it that way, of events going on this weekend. So we'll do this. And Sandy White, can you tell me where you sent that picture? Because I'm not seeing, unless you sent it to my phone.
Look, you want to say this?
Oh, yeah, go right ahead.
I would love to say, and I saw where her son had sent it in. Happy birthday to Virginia Cornwall. She's 75 today. She might get mad with me for telling. I don't know why she would, though. She's a wonderful woman. She was my cosmetology teacher at Scuba when I went there, and a great one at that. And just like to say happy birthday, Miss Virginia.
How many years ago has that been?
I think it was in like 93. Yeah, 93. She was a great teacher.
Golly, that's been a spell too, Candace.
I know.
I may have solved this picture. Yep, I have found Sandy, and this is that's wanting to mess up, isn't it?
Oh, that is bad, Foggy.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Y'all get to see it.
I'm not sure. Let's see here. Open image and new tab. Let's see if that works. Watch us just shut down the entire world. Here we go. Let's show this right here if we can pull this up. This is the fog. It's a little bit smaller than I like, but boy.
It looks like it's, in some areas, it's lifted off the roads, but you got to be extra careful in that.
Yeah, you do.
Don't be trying to pass anybody.
Yeah, because you ain't.
Even if you can.
19 after you hit that 2-lane up toward there, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Good morning to Rachel Garrison, representing us all over there in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Salute to y'all. Hope everything's good in those areas there.
Steph Sodders Hunter. I have not seen that name yet on the thing. So good morning. Glad you're watching this morning.
Let's see here of a few things. Let me see if I can find a few things that are going on this weekend that I want to bring up, because there is a lot. Northcrest Baptist Church tomorrow is going to be the highlights for the Deb's Social Service Club. It's their special needs carnival that they do. Very important. It'll kick off at 9 and go to noon. So if you can go by and take advantage of that, again, that's going to be at Northcrest Baptist Church. Special needs. That's pretty good there.
That is good.
Also a 5K run. If you're into that, getting out, jogging, putting on britches that cut off your circulation and running around, have we got the event for you? And here we go. It's the October. Oop, had a beer up in there.
Okay.
Meridian, Mississippi. The 5K run is going to be at Bonita Lakes tomorrow.
Okay.
Now they got hay rides for the kids, a costume contest. You could go dress up.
Yeah, I guess I could.
Prizes for the top 3 winners, and a $300 gift card to the PE department of the school that brings the most participants. That's a pretty big deal.
That is neat.
Now, let's see.
It's that time of year for hay rides.
It is.
It really is.
Next week, we'll have Budweiser come in to tell us about this. If you think you've got the best hamburger in town, they're having a hamburger cook-off, and we'll tell you more about that next week. Now, there's some more events that I almost forgot that we can't be forgetting. And let me go over here and find where I put that. And here we go. All right, we wanted to bring up Long Creek Volunteer Fire Department is going to have a pancake breakfast tomorrow. It'll be from 7 in the morning till 11.
Okay.
That's located on Zero Road. We've also got an event coming up at the Ag Center tomorrow, the Mississippi Amateur Quarter Horse Show. The Autumn Fest, if you're into that.
All right. I think Delina.
Yeah, she's involved in helping.
She put a message up. We have to read it in just a second.
I think it deals with that.
Yeah.
Also, Jeff Holland, one of the local musicians here, there's a benefit for him that's going to take place tomorrow afternoon, beginning at 3. It's going to be at News Restaurant, and it'll go till midnight. They'll have food, drinks, trying to help him out. Also, they'll have Fatback singing, Fade to Black, which I don't know that group. Emily White, I do know. 2059, Paul McInnes, and Justin Snow are some of the ones that are going to be performing and doing a benefit there for Jeff Holland. Great guy, if you don't know Jeff. Also, Tomb Suba Baptist Church, y'all look out. Y'all got a big event coming up tomorrow. Fundraiser. Got a yard sale.
Yes.
Go dig around and see what all good they've got for sale there at Tomb Suba. That's going to be kicking off tomorrow there. So all that's good there.
Yeah. Delina said that she's headed to the American Quarter Horse Show out at the Ag Center in Meridian.
So that kicks off there. So y'all check it out. I hope you'll enjoy all these good events there. Most of these really benefit other people.
Yes.
And it's good to do that. Sandy White is up there replying to some folks there that stretch on four, no passing after the. Yeah, y'all, after that 4-lane ends, that's what she's putting out. It just is not worth it. There's only like 2 places on Highway 19 toward Philadelphia that you could even consider passing when it's good. Don't do it.
Yeah, when it's not the 4-lane, for sure.
It ain't worth your life.
Yeah, it's scary right there because there's it's log trucks, it's all kind of, and they're working still, I guess, down through there on those bridges, trying to get those bridges done for the other 4-lane
One
side.
day it will be nice to where traveling between Meridian, Mississippi and Philadelphia, Mississippi, if you're watching from another state, it'll be 4-lane and it'll be like the most wonderful thing in the world.
Yes. Be super careful too when you're in House, Mississippi, and when the road ends, the 4-lane. I've seen so many people just keep going and then they have to jerk it to the left to get back on, to where it goes into the 2-lane.
Yeah.
Just be careful right there because that's where it, it's kind of over a hill. You don't see it till you get right up on it.
Who remembers back in the day when the 4-lane ended on Highway 45 and it was 2-lane through downtown Lauderdale, Mississippi with the caution light? Many, many moons ago, you had to drive through there. At one point, it ended at the Cotton Gin. Then it went a little bit further, made it to Lauderdale. And then one day, it was 4-lane all the way to Stark Vegas, Mississippi. What a wonderful world we live in.
Yeah, the 4-lane does make it a lot easier for sure. But I can remember when they first went to 4-lane, somebody was going the opposite.
Gravel. Don't be lying.
I don't know if it was when they first went, but somebody that was not familiar, obviously, with riding on it was going the opposite direction.
I've seen that.
And that's scary. They were going, the wrong way.
I remember seeing a scene like that where people on the other side were speeding up above traffic flashing lights.
Yeah.
Somebody, and they just didn't realize what they had done.
Right. So, people, and the same things like years ago when every street in Meridian went one way, I mean, you saw people that were used to driving on the streets for years, maybe didn't know they'd changed and they were going the wrong way also. So you still have to be careful.
Who remembers when they put in the 4-way stop in Marion, Mississippi, there by where all the gas stations are? Yep, I ran through it the first day.
Did you?
Never saw it. And I'm used to it now, but boy, them that you're not used to something new, it will cause a mishap. So that's happening there. Coming up, we'll tell you about some more things that are in the news this week going on. That's right around the corner. So don't go anywhere. And we'll tell you about a new development in the Justice for Christian. That's around the corner, too. Well, let's head out to Freeman Tractor. If you haven't visited my friends at Freeman Tractor when it comes to your lawnmower, you're missing something. These guys really work hard to put you behind something, above something, and get your parts and everything going for you. Freeman Tractor has the latest in lawnmowers with X-Mark, including the Skag. They've got a lot of these there. If you need a part for those, a belt, maybe some blades, maybe you've wore yours out, they've got those. They've also got cab, air conditioning, and let me bring up the word heat with the change of weather coming up. Yeah,
they have heat in them?
They do.
That's fancy.
It is. Take care of your cows with no problems there. Don't freeze to death. Bush hogs, and if you need a tiller, they've got a few of those left now on site, along with bat wings and discs for anybody that's doing these planting, and yours has just had its better days. Go by and see them about a new disc for your tractor. Forks, a whole lot more, including the benchies that are made out in Texas. Get you great financing on these. They've got a few of these left. See them while you can with navigation as well. The benchies. Freeman Tractor, you'll find them there. All right, out there on Highway 494. 626-8759 is the number.
I was leaving home with a car full of my friends when suddenly we were thrust off of the road. A direct hit from behind. We were involved in a car accident.
I'm Mississippi Attorney Richard Schwartz. I'm proud to represent the people of the great state I call home.
I'm JC from Starkville, Mississippi, and it took one call, and that was all. I called my Mississippi attorney, Richard Schwartz, and he got me $200,000.
If you need me, Mississippi, remember, one call, that's all.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace. It is Friday, so what do y'all got planned for the weekend?
We're supposed to go camping today. We'll take the camper, over. And we're supposed to camp all the way through the 24th. Be off. Both of us be off work.
I'm glad that's you and not me. I like having my stuff at the house.
Well, we have our stuff in the camp. It's really like a home away from home. I mean, the new camper is nice, and we've got everything set up in there. I mean, everything's convenient.
Just call her Camper Joe.
It's just really relaxing though, because especially when the weather's cool like it's going to be, You can sit out by the fire at night and just relax, listen to the frogs and the crickets. And
Do they still, because I hadn't looked at the back of your truck. Do y'all remember the day when everybody had those Sam's little round stickers on the back of their window, the Sam's, whatever it was, Camp, KOA, Campground, the little Sam sticker?
the smiley.
No, it was a thing that said Sam on it. And it was
I don't have
part
that.
of all the camp. You don't know what I'm talking about either, do you?
I don't know about that. That was before my camping days.
There was one on old Trusty Green out there in the yard. There's one of
Okay.
it slapped on that back window there. They
I
used
had to look at it when I leave today.
It was like somebody that approved campgrounds, or like it was like the approval for a great place to spend the night.
Yeah.
If Sam approved it, that's where you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
Okay.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Good Sam's, there it is.
Good Sam's. I don't know. I have not. No, I have not seen that.
I'm trying to educate her, y'all.
But that's our plan though. We're supposed to go camping, just go fishing. I hope, and I love it.
Well, I hope it's fun for you and you do enjoy it there. But
Yeah.
take your coat because y'all gonna need it, and I hope it's got heat up in your joint.
It does, but it makes me nervous. My husband thinks I'm crazy, but running
Well,
the
there's a
gas
lot of
heat,
people.
we have a carbon monoxide detector in it though, so but that still scares me. I don't know.
I got gas heat and never had a problem with it.
Okay.
Now, it's just nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
The only problem with is if you're in a camper and you have the bottles on the front and you forget to fill them. I've been
That
in
would be a problem.
West Texas when nights was like 10 degrees and that went out.
Yeah. Well, it has a fireplace in it. It's electric though. It's just got it's pretty, but
Gives you the
it don't work.
illusion.
It doesn't work. That was one of the things that when we got it didn't work. And so we've got to order a new one. So
Good
we just
luck
hadn't
with
done
that.
it yet.
Get on that.
Yeah.
This has been a national case. This has gone everywhere. Justice for Christian. How many of y'all know what I'm talking about with this? This has been going on for some time.
Yes.
And not long ago, a lawsuit was filed against the Androcchios, a defamation case. And let me pull this up so I can show this. And I'm going to put this out here in just a little bit there. I'll put a copy of it to where you can read it. Here is the paperwork as we pull this up this morning. This has been dismissed with prejudice against the Androcchios. They were being sued by Jet Miller and Whitley Goodman. And what that boils down to, they can never, with prejudice, what that means is they can never come back and sue again.
Okay.
Okay, and you think about that, and this was the day before you were going to give depositions. Why would you drop the case the day before you give your?
Right.
You speculate. I don't know the answers, but you speculate and do what you want there. But that's the latest in Justice for Christian that is out there. And again, I'll place this on Facebook here in just a little while. We'll share that to where you can read all of that. Pretty big move there. So,
Yeah, that is.
Justice for Christian there. A lot going on with it. I ran up on a coffee mug that I thought was like, if you're looking for the perfect gift and you need to get your wife something for Christmas, this is probably the coffee mug to go out and get her. Let me pull this up here. You're a great wife, probably the best wife ever. Believe me, no one knows wives like I do. To say there's a better wife is fake news. You're so great, very special, and Merry Christmas.
That's cute.
Does that not sound just like him?
Yeah, it does.
Trust me, I know wives.
Yeah.
He's had a bunch.
How many has he had?
I would guess 2 to 3 at least.
Ivana. Isn't it Ivana?
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Marla Maples.
Marla.
That's only 2 I know.
And then the current one, that's 3.
Oh, yeah. Well, the third one.
Can't leave her out.
Yeah, well, I was thinking prior wives.
Yeah, 3 total that I'm aware of. Now, there
Okay.
could have been something that happened before I really got to watching O'Don and figuring out everything he does.
So he and Marla had a baby, right?
Couldn't tell you. Somebody
Because
did.
there's a daughter from somebody else, and I'm wondering if it's from her.
The youngest one?
Yeah.
Maybe so.
Okay.
But I don't know who belongs to who.
Right.
Maybe I should have read up on all that. I just knew when he stepped on that escalator, everything changed. And it changed again when he got off of it. Gas is what, $3 and something now a gallon?
It's high. It's like, how much is it? $2.88?
I paid $2.99 the other day. And that's average. And in the news this morning, in the state of Mississippi, it's as high as it's been in 7 years.
To fill the tank up on my car was $70-something last night.
I believe that. And if you've got a 36-gallon tank on your Ford pick-em-up truck, go take a loan out. It's we know what the problem is. We were drilling. We have enough oil in the United States to take care of ourselves, and we no longer use it.
It's crazy.
Doesn't make sense. Why is everything the shells? Let me see if I can find this. This is one of the stories that I'm going to talk about this morning. If I can find the story real quick here. But America, the shells are bare. Let's take a look at this nationwide. This is what everybody is seeing here, right here. As you look at this, down through this, why?
Look, I was in Walmart yesterday, and I can tell you, if you have kids, chips, pouch drinks, all that stuff is scarce. French fries. There were no French fries in the frozen section. I'm trying to think of other things, like but yeah, if you need stuff, you better go get it now, because it's just slowly going away.
But most everybody is saying, Joe, this is your problem. You knew this was coming. You've done nothing with all the shipping containers. And it goes back again. Buy America, build it in America.
Yeah.
Who remembers in Quitman, Mississippi, when the factories were strong and they built socks and they made things?
Oh, yeah.
Gone are those days.
We had a sock factory here, didn't we? And then we had a
Blue
shirt
jean
factory,
yeah.
Burnley Shirt Factory, I think was the name of it, because my grandparents worked there. I can't remember hosiery place.
Yeah, we did have that. You don't find any of these things anymore across America because they were all shipped with NAFTA and Bill Clinton to other countries.
Why? And if you're so for America, why would you not want to have your country thrive? I mean, financially. And,
maybe if you're a politician and somebody's putting money in your pocket from another country, you wouldn't want it built here. Just thinking out loud. I don't know that. That's just my mere thoughts. I don't have anything to back that up.
There was no other option.
But there are options.
There are.
Now, I can't explain after people got spoiled and never went back to work. I can't explain that. Yeah. And supposedly they're cut off.
That's right. I mean, so like, how long does it take you to have nothing to where you're like, oh, I guess I better go back to work, if I want to eat and have lights and water, Or
are they going to rely on the welfare system? That's what's coming? These people that have just quit their job and don't intend on going back. I don't know.
And I think help is good for a limited amount of time. I think, to help people get back on their feet, but I don't think it needs to become a way of life. I think people need to get back to work or go to work, but I mean, everybody might need some help every now and then. There's nothing wrong with that.
If you lose your job and you have no income coming in, it's a help to get back on your feet till you get that job. But it should have never been a permanent fix
thing, for like, it just shouldn't. I mean, it's crazy because I see elderly people who should be retired and
can't,
and they're working at Walmart. I read a thing the other day where a lady. Okay, now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with.
No, what I'm saying is they've done away with the greeter, and you know how many jobs that gave.
They're cashiers that can't. They're so like they're. I have seen and I read too, and I've seen it with my own eyes. There's people who should be retired and relax, and now that's one thing if they don't want to retire and they want to work. Okay,
correct.
That's fine, because some people don't like sitting at home. They don't want to be by, that's fine. And that's everybody's prerogative. But people who have to go to work because they can't afford medications that they need to live, and they can't lift the groceries to put them on the, they're having a hard time. That's sad right there. When there's people sitting at home, not working, living off the system, and are perfectly able to work. That is sad.
I'm just saying Walmart's doing away with those jobs of the greeter, and there ain't nobody to ring up anything that you buy in there anymore. You got to do it yourself.
But there's people, I've seen it too. There's people standing around having conversations that you can't get to help you. I mean, I don't know.
They've even gotten up to $16 an hour in certain areas to pay people to come back to work, and we'll see how that turns out. At the same
time, there's great people working. I'm not saying everybody's. There's people who.
Job numbers come down, but it is a record number of people not working. It's bar none. That's one of the things there. A horrible. Let me bring this up. This is. I don't know if I posted this last night, and it disturbed me to no end. 1981, a woman gave birth to a baby. and she put it on the side of the road and let it freeze to death in South Dakota. And her comment is she was young and stupid. That's not young and stupid. That's murder. I don't care what age you are or what you've done. DNA has tracked her back to this, and this is how they caught her. She's going to the jailhouse now. She's pleaded guilty after they done all this. Read the story. It's posted on my Facebook page, and you can find out more about it. Sioux Falls, if I said that correctly, there in South Dakota. Sad case. I can't imagine. They said that, and just to give you a visual of it, when they found the baby, the tears were froze on its face from crying when they found it, and it was too late. 1981. It's been many a year ago, but the facts do not change. We had a couple comments there. May Webb Hosiery Mill. A couple of folks remembered that. Morning to Jenny McKay watching from Philadelphia. Thank you there.
Yes.
So those were some of the factories that were around in the area way back in the day there as we came along. Have y'all heard? Billy Bob Clinton is in ICU in a hospital in California, and Hillary has finally come to see. He's been in ICU. He had a urinary tract infection is what happened to him. He's going to be okay, but...
that is scary, really, because, I mean, I think my mother had a cousin that had either a kidney or urinary tract infection. I don't know, but they can get in your bloodstream.
I've heard that it is really not good.
No. I mean, that can happen in a hurry.
I didn't realize that you could end up in ICU. And did you say you want to see a picture of Hillary? I thought you did. Here you go. Here's Hillary going on into the hospital there to see her one true love. I don't think she likes him.
Goodness.
That is a strange relationship, to say the least there. But I guess they're doing okay there. We wish them luck there. Here's one of those stories that have made national headlines. And this comes from Kentucky. Say you're on vacation and you go get a massage. And this is just what this lady done. She went to get a massage. She was 9 months pregnant, any day going to give birth, and she was raped by the masseuse. Who does this?
Crazy people.
He's been arrested,
Crazy.
But the damage is still done. I can't imagine. That was in Lexington, Kentucky is where that happened.
Goodness.
These are just,
that's
if
just
you feel uncomfortable
horrible.
when you go somewhere, get out and walk out.
Right.
Don't stay. That's just, you are a sicko if you do that. What's the fastest you've ever gotten a car to? And I'm not trying to incriminate you by anything. Let's do a hypothetical that you may have been
Probably in the high 80s.
In the
Like
80s?
I will say in my vehicle, especially if you're on like an interstate or highway, you'll be like flying it before you know it. It doesn't seem like when you're in the driver's seat, it doesn't seem like you're going that fast. When you're in the passenger seat, it feels like you're going 100.
When
That's what I always tell
light poles
Kurt.
going
I'm
by
like
picket fence.
I'm like, oh my gosh, slow down. I'm going 60, Candace. I'm like, it feels like you're going 100.
2 weeks ago, I saw in Alabama where an Alabama state trooper pulled a Mustang over for running 132 miles an hour. Pretty quick, but you can't be outdone. It's like Ricky Bobby, I want to go fast.
Yeah.
Virginia has outdone that. This guy went on straight to the jailhouse. He might have had him a beer or two before he got behind the wheel. 152 miles an hour.
On what?
A highway.
I mean, in what? What goes
Dodge
152?
Charger, I think is what it was.
A race car? Is he in a NASCAR car?
And the Hellcat will go faster than that if you happen to own one of those vehicles. I think they'll run right at 2. That's moving. 152 miles.
Gracious.
152 miles.
That's
now,
awful.
Motorcycles will outdo car. I ain't getting on a motorcycle.
People are crazy up on motorcycles. Some of them, not everybody. Some are. Some do not have safety on their mind at all. But I will say I've seen some
Weaving in and out of traffic.
yeah, that's scary. Or like popping a wheelie and just riding on the back wheel. Have you
Yeah.
seen them do that? That's so scary. But I know a lot of people love motorcycles and they love to ride on them all the time, and that's great. But I just think you need to just be safe. And as people driving in cars, you have these blind spots,
Yeah.
that's scary. Just always be careful around motorcycles.
Oh, there's a lot of people that love it. I got good
Yeah.
friends that ride them all the time. But
Yeah, I
let
know
me
a lot
tell
of
you,
people that do.
Like when a deer comes out in front of you on a motorcycle,
Yeah, that's
it's going to get sick. And I didn't know this about, and you see it posted a lot. And I asked a buddy of mine that rides, when you cut grass, never throw your grass into the street. a motorcycle comes along and the back wheels or wheels will hit the grass and the motorcycle will come out from under them. So if you mow grass, never let it go into a highway or on the edge of a road because it'll cause an accident.
Somebody was complaining about on Wildcat Road last night.
I see that all the time.
Yeah, that there's a motorcycle. I don't know who it is, but that they claim that they're just full speed going.
I see that like 3 times a week. Go take some pictures if it's happening that much.
Yeah, I mean, because I will tell you this, people pulling out of their driveways. I mean, when you're on a motorcycle, you can't hear anything but the motorcycle. You know,
I've been on one in my life. That's it.
well, I would imagine you can't hear much but that motorcycle, you know, and so like you couldn't hear if somebody was fixing to pull out of their driveway, and I don't know, it's just so many spots in the county, you know, where people pull out of their driveway and might not see somebody coming, you know. Be careful.
Turn out bad there.
Be careful, y'all.
Yes. Let's go back. Now, this is interesting as we go look at some things that happened on this date. 1860, you take a 11-year-old girl who looks at somebody and goes, you know, you don't look so handsome. And it bothers them enough that they write a letter. Well, what happens if it's this guy that is running for president? And she did just that. Here it is. An 11-year-old girl named Grace Bedwell wrote a letter to Abe Lincoln, and she goes, I've looked at you and I've looked at my brothers, and they look much better with whiskers. I suggest that you grow these. And Abe Lincoln did this. And when he was elected president, his train came through her town, and he stopped and went and met her and thanked her for that. He does look totally different without the beard and with the beard.
He does.
So if you ever wondered why, that's it.
Who does he look like without the beard? Look at him.
I have no clue.
Like from the eyes and the nose, and who does he kind of favor? Don't look at the hair.
I'm looking, but I don't see it. Who are you thinking?
He looks like Fauci to me a little bit.
I don't see it.
I don't know. He kind of does have that look.
Now, I do remember
Maybe
this.
it's the eyes. I don't know.
And I'm sure somebody from Meridian, Mississippi can answer this. When I was a kid, there was a guy, and I want to say for some reason he may have worked in Marks Rothenberg, but there was a guy that looked like Abe Lincoln years ago. I was a little bitty boy that used to walk around Meridian. I don't know who he was, but he did look like Abe.
Seems like I remember something about that.
And, you know, we didn't come to town but once or twice, so it had to be a pretty big influence for me to remember it from 5 or 6 years old.
Right.
That long ago. But I don't know who the guy was, but boy, he sure resembled it.
Yeah.
Who remembers watching Happy Days? Did anybody watch that?
I did.
They had several spinoffs from that show. And one of the shows was Laverne and Shirley. And as we go back, Penny Marshall was born on this date. Now,
I liked watching her and Laverne and Shirley. They were funny. She was always funny.
you know they don't get along at all now.
Well, she passed away, didn't she? Laverne.
I don't
Penny
think
Marshall.
So.
I think she did. I thought she did. I thought she passed away from cancer or something.
Yes, I don't.
I'd have to Google it. But I thought she did. Now, I might be wrong, but yeah.
I was looking at some pictures, current pictures of her yesterday, and I was thinking, boy, you don't look nothing like that.
Well, maybe she didn't pass away. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, I had heard they did not get along.
Yeah,
I don't know what.
They had a fight, and if you can vaguely remember, Shirley went away, and it was just the Laverne show there and it tanked. It just didn't work out. It's like bringing Coy and Vance into the Dukes of Hazzard. It ain't going to happen. People didn't want to see that.
No, that's the one that Lenny and Squeaky was on, wasn't it?
Correct.
Yeah.
So who was hotter, Lenny or Squeaky?
You always ask me stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Neither one of them was hot. Neither one of them.
They were like what you'd call, I guess, nerds.
They were obnoxious.
Yeah, that's the word there. Also, 1951, if you were around then, you sat down to television that night. And I Love Lucy premiered for the very first time.
That was good.
That lasted until their marriage was over.
Yes.
And then she got a whole new show that was just Lucy. But boy, that was probably breaking ground. And it was breaking ground.
Yes.
To this day, that show is still loved. Let's see here. We got a name there. It was Bobby Gibson's husband from the Vinville area. Looked a lot like
Buddy
Abe.
Gibson. Buddy Gibson's. Okay.
So there you go. I knew I'd seen
Y'all
him.
just tell us. Y'all tell us everything.
That was I'm telling you that, man. I don't know if anybody's got a picture of him, but if you do, inbox me that so I can share that, because I remember that when I was a little boy. And that was probably 40 years ago that I saw him.
Y'all are always so good to do comments.
Yeah.
As long as they're good, we love them.
Uh-oh, I was wrong. Candace has been proven right this morning. Debbie Davenport Mole says that Penny Marshall did pass away.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
I
That's
stand
right.
corrected.
I thought that I read that. I thought I saw that,
I was going to argue with a fence post, wasn't I? She's right.
Yeah.
December of 18, Jackie Thompson said. That one slid right past me. I never noticed it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. 1960. This girl became famous after this. I'm sure she was nervous. I've seen the movie. They didn't have baloney before she went on stage, the best I remember. But it was Loretta Lynn's Opry debut tonight in 1960.
Right.
Isn't that something else?
Yes, it is.
She's such a sweetheart. If you've never met Loretta, I'm telling you, I like her a lot.
I do. I like watching her. But on our comments, I just want to say one thing.
What do you want to say?
If anybody has any comments like they want to discuss between each other, like if it's a something, y'all inbox each other. That might be a little bit better.
Somebody fighting?
No, I don't know. I mean, just disagreement, I think. But y'all have inboxes. Y'all might want to do that on there. But we appreciate y'all commenting because we love everybody to comment. I just think it would be better.
Anna is watching us from the 3 Mile stretch on Ellisville.
Yes.
Enjoy it there. I'm glad you're joining us there.
Yes.
Now,
we love having everybody watch every day.
this next thing, you may not know this because they made so many changes. Farrah Fawcett was it on a stick. And then Cheryl Ladd comes along. And then this girl was added to Charlie's Angels, Tanya Roberts. Believe it or not, she was an angel.
I had forgotten she was on there.
Yeah, I know. You just don't see that much of her.
know. Yeah, Cheryl Ladd. Of course, Farrah Fawcett, was, at one time.
But it's shocking that she was only on there for like a year, and she has. When you think of Charlie's Angel, it's
right.
Farrah.
I know.
Like Jacqueline.
Yeah,
And then
Jacqueline Smith.
What was that short-haired girl that wasn't as pretty as the others? Oh, did I say that out loud? Oops. Well, she wasn't. Bree was the character's name on the show.
I can't remember. I don't remember her. I don't guess.
She was like, what's the word I'm thinking for? Like she could whoop me. And
She might could have, Scotty
it
Ray.
scared me as a kid. I was like, Farrah's all like, ooh, pretty and nice. And then here comes Bree. And she'd get out of her car with her gun, and it scared me.
Wait, who was the man?
Kate Jackson.
Oh yeah, okay. She had the page boy haircut like my mama gave me.
Short hair.
Yeah, looked like a little mushroom haircut. Yeah, I had
But I'm
that
telling you,
haircut.
she was tough.
Not a good one, Mama. Yeah, I look back on those pictures. I'm like, why? Why did you cut my hair like that? She was a hairdresser.
Do y'all remember the bowl haircut for guys where it looked like your mama took a bowl and put over your head and just cut around it? Might have happened to me once or twice as a kid. Other things that happened up until 1983, this guy had a problem. He drank a lot. He'd done a lot of bad things, got in fights. You'd pay him to come to a concert, and he wouldn't show up. It would take a drastic change in his life to turn around, and it finally happened in 1983 when George Jones married Nancy. And it was the saving grace of his life. Now, he still drank a little bit. It took her years to get him straightened out, but she finally did, and George came along. She was the knight in shining armor in George Jones' life.
Well, that's a good thing that he straightened up.
If y'all go back and read his arrest in Mississippi, holy smoke.
It just stands out in my mind when he got on the lawnmower. Was it a lawnmower?
Yeah, when they took his car away from him.
Yeah, they took his car, so he just rode the lawnmower.
How would you like to have been the sheriff in Mississippi that arrested George Jones? I bet all your friends talked about you some kind of ferocious. 1977, I was a kid, but this would not go away. Every time you turned on the radio, you heard this song. If you turned on TV, this song was playing. It's like, go away, I've heard it now. But people loved it, and it was number one. Debbie Boone, Pat Boone's daughter, had the number one song, You Light Up My Life. And
that song just like drug on.
well, let me be
saying?
honest why I have something against this song. As a kid, I had a next-door neighbor named Phil Thompson that lived next door to me. He went to Kemper Academy, and he moved off when Phil turned 18. He graduated. He went to Oak Grove, Louisiana. Me and Bubba Robertson, I think most folks in Kemper County know Bubba. Me and Bubba loaded up and went to go visit Phil. We were, 18 or 19. And we call Phil, we get to Louisiana, and he goes, I ain't getting off for 2 more hours from work. He goes, there's a little place down the road, y'all go visit it. So we go down there, and I guess it was what you would call a tavern, so to speak.
And y'all were how old?
I was not, I had a Coke. I'm not a drinker. I had a Coke.
Yeah.
But we get in there, and there's a pool table. And somehow or another, these Louisiana boys decided they didn't like Bubba and Scotty Ray, and they were fisting to whoop us. I'm talking about it was fist to be like
And to take the pool sticks out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 10 against 1.
Goodness.
And over in the corner was this old girl and her best friend. And let me tell you, ugly is not. I'm telling you, those two girls were homely. There's no other. I'm talking about like. And they come to the rescue. They come over and started talking to us, and they got us out the door and saved us from getting stomped.
And look, you're going to talk bad about them.
You can't help because this leads into Debbie Boone. So we go back to their house to wait on my buddy to get off work.
Did they corner you up and sing this to you?
She wanted us some sugar, and I couldn't give it to her. And I mean, it was scary. And she begins to tell us that she can sing. And Bubba looked at me, and Bubba's about this big around, and I ain't much bigger than Bubba, but Bubba was about yay big around. And she broke into You Light Up My Life by Debbie Boone because she really thought she could sing. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So me and Bubba try to wait them out, and we have no way of calling people because we didn't have a phone.
Look, y'all, I'm picturing Scotty Ray over here going,
We had a 1980.
What's she saying?
We had a 1986 Toyota four-wheel drive that was jacked up with pipes that you could hear.
Oh, Lord.
A country mile if you would turn the key. So after she goes to You Light Up My Life, she broke into some Linda Ronstadt. I was glued to my chair, and that old girl, she was healthy. I'm telling you, she was some kind of healthy. And long about 1:45 in the morning, she falls asleep with the microphone in her hand. She had her own karaoke machine.
Was she drinking?
Yes. Me and Bubba were not. So Bubba...
I bet y'all thought, thank goodness.
Bubba makes that
It's
motion
over.
for me. And so me and him start tapping toward the door. We push that Toyota four-wheel drive a quarter of a mile and then popped the clutch and cranked it and got out of there. That is Oak Grove, Louisiana's memories of me when I
So
was a
this ain't
kid.
your favorite song.
And every time I hear it, I think of her. She was cutting up, too. Okay, enough about that old girl from Louisiana. 1989, Billy Graham got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And I did not know that Billy Graham had a star. Did you?
No, I didn't. But Chad Fox said sometimes you got to take one for the team.
I couldn't. Folks, I'm telling you, that girl was, ooh. But she did save my life because them old boys was going to whoop us bad. There ain't nothing we could do.
You lit her life up. You gave her hope to carry on, you know.
I did.
And then you got out of there.
And I ain't even got in the story. Who all knows Betty Lynn from Kemper County?
I just did Betty Lynn's hair the other day.
Well,
She's probably listening going, what is he fixing to say?
this is about her brother Jim that passed away. I love Jim to death. Love Jim to death. But Jim almost got me whooped really bad one time at the Hanging Tree in Scuba.
Oh, my goodness.
That used to be a popular place. But for some reason, we were in Bubba's truck, and Jim decided to drag his feet in the gravel. And little did we know that it was the Florida weightlifting champion that was behind us. And it might have busted out his headlight.
Oh, goodness.
And he did not like this.
I bet not. Yeah.
So long about 9 o'clock one night, we're all standing around, and we get surrounded by the baseball team with the Florida weightlifting champion that wanted to whoop us bad. And they got out and commenced to telling us they were fussing to really, really hurt us. And I can remember the three of us looking at one another, and there's 20 people around us.
Scotty Ray, a lot of people wanted to whoop you.
It
What
was
is
bad.
up with that?
And I remember Jim walking on. Betty Lynn, and I'm sure Betty Lynn's going to be grinning when she hears this story. Jim walks up to the truck. He goes, there ain't no doubt that y'all fist to whoop us. And he grabbed the shotgun, but he goes, I'm going to take a few of you with me. And they dispersed after that, and Jim saved the day. Kemper County memories.
Y'all are a rough bunch.
We just happened to stumble upon things that happened.
Goodness.
We were very mild people. But that's Kemper
I
County
don't know
back
about
in the day.
mild.
Jim was a great guy. Lord knows I miss him. A great fellow.
Like
there.
I often say, memories.
Yes, they are. As we go to talk about our friends, the Precast Group. Now, if you need a tornado shelter, these are our friends. These are the cattle things. They build so many different things there. Check them out. the Precast Group here, Meridian. And again, as we get ready for our second round of tornado season, they've got plenty of these built up for you that'll take care of you. 482-0003. Let them show you around, see what you want. If you're building a home before you finish it, you can have these attached to the slab and make this a part of a safe room, a closet. However you want to do it, you can make it a hidden room as well. It'll be there. It'll be protected there. As you go look at this, you can put anything you want on the inside.
I've seen people put them in their garage, like after they built their home, you know, they put them in the garage.
Right here, you can put these down in the ground. They've got several different designs to choose from. In the hill, they're great. See them. The Precast Group, 482-0003 is the number to call. They'll take care of you.
First 10 days following an accident are crucial. Insurance companies don't wait. They have a staff of adjusters, attorneys, and investigators collecting information that can be used against you.
Call Richard Schwartz today.
Sanders Gas, Sanders Air and Heat is your full-service propane supplier since 1946. We take pride in ensuring reliable, friendly service to our customers. We also provide safety tune-ups related to propane, air conditioning, and heating systems, keeping our communities efficient and safe. I'm Chuck Sanders, and yes, we're local.
And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace. It is Friday. Thank goodness the weekend is here.
It is.
So,
Wait.
what about Mark Zuckerberg, the guy from Facebook, getting blamed for a lot to do with the election? He donated some money to groups, about $400 million. Who's got $400 million to loan? I guess he does.
Yeah.
He threw that out. And a lot of folks are upset over that after that has come out.
Well, I mean, you know, them like silencing people too who were trying to voice their opinion about the election.
Yeah, that was a naughty.
Right.
Let's see, Florida.
I love this hairdo. Yeah, I've got to check it out.
Florida. Well, I'll show the picture of this guy here. It's different. There he is. He's been arrested.
Goodness.
And what happened was a 2-year-old child accidentally shot the mother while she was on a Zoom call.
Not a funny story.
It was the father's gun, and he's been charged with it. We'll see where that leads, but that's Florida.
Do people just leave them laying around? I mean, you know.
I don't know, and that's why you have all these gun safety classes. Is
right, and it's got to be like, you know, have the chamber already or the thing already pulled back.
You got to have a bullet in it.
So I mean, for that to happen, why would you do that with a 2-year-old child that picks everything up? I mean, kids are that age; they just pick everything up.
That's right.
Why would you do it?
Do you remember the cop that was shot? It was a lady. She was shot and killed. This was in Chicago. Let me show you a picture of her, if you'll remember back. There's the button there. She was shot and killed when she went up to a window. This was her partner. And as you scroll back up, he is just released from the hospital. The sad news is he is paralyzed for life from this.
Oh, goodness. From that.
She died. He's paralyzed for life. We pass along prayers for him. But after 2 months of being in a hospital, he does get to come out.
Now, wasn't she trying to shield him?
Yeah, and she took the bullet.
She got shot.
Just, and again, that was in that big movement of defund the police.
You know, we have more support for criminals in this country nowadays than we do for the people trying to protect people from the criminals.
They do.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
I brought this up yesterday, and as you bring up criminals, why is it that a store would have to these laws where they've made it $1,000 or less is no longer anything to be published? As Walgreens has closed, 24 stores in the San Francisco area, all because the police are not, let me back up, the police didn't do it. City councils and people like that have voted for it to be okay.
Yeah. Ridiculous. So like if you, if you steal $1,000 or less,
it's a misdemeanor.
It's just, you know, whatever, a little pop on the hand and move on. See you again next week.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they'll just do it again and again and again. So.
Beverly Shelton, how you Skelton? How you doing there from Chunky? Glad you joined us as well this morning.
Beverly. She's my client.
Yeah, let's see here some other stories that are happening this morning across America. Do you remember the little girl that we showed the video of that was walking with the grandmother and the homeless guy jumps up with the blanket and grabs it?
There was 3 children standing there and he grabbed one.
They have caught him and he's been charged. He's being held on $15,000 bail. That's good news. And that was out in California is where that happened. Following along with stories.
That ain't enough bail, I don't think.
but he's a homeless guy. I don't know. Maybe they have bail bondsmen that bail them out. I don't know. But this next story, I don't quite understand it, and I'm not going to comment on it a lot. It's just, and I'm not going to show the cover of the magazine because it's different. Is the way to put it. But Superman is coming out as gay in comic books. I'll leave it at that. You think what you want, and it just, the cover is not. Anyway, that's happening across America. Thought you might want to know that one also. Be careful what you do. You know, like when search parties have to come in and look for you. Well, 2 Rhode Island men are going to be charged $5,000. They shot a flare. They were having a party, and they shot a flare up in the air. And the Coast Guard thought it was a distress signal. So they dispatched helicopters and everything else to go look for people. They're being charged for the search and rescue. Party turned out bad for them.
Yeah, be careful how you party.
You don't really think of those things of being expensive. But 33 years after a guy's been, and John Grisham wrote a book on this. I've never read it. Are you a big John Grisham reader? I'm
not a big reader. I just don't like to read. A lot of people love it, and they think it's, soothing. I don't. It puts me to sleep. It soothes me all the way to sleep. Then I don't read. I don't remember what I read. But
the Guardians is the name of the book. But the principal is freed after 33 years for murder of his wife that says he didn't do it. He still says that he's innocent, but he was jailed for 33 years. He's turned loose now. It makes me want to read the book to find out more about it. There may be a movie about it. I've never watched it.
I do not really read books or anything. I don't like to read, but I've heard he's a great author.
Mississippi boy. So that's pretty big there.
Yep.
Let's see. Here's some other things that are happening. This story of the father of his daughter that was raped in Virginia at a school. Now, this gets into that bathroom thing. Do y'all remember the argument over the bathroom, boys and girls?
We knew it was going to be a happening thing. We knew that was going to happen, that people were going to use it to their advantage.
Yeah, and a girl was raped by a guy wearing a skirt in a bathroom. He goes to the city council or the school board where they have their weekly meeting to complain about it. And they're calling nationally woke.
Right.
Well, he gets drug out and handcuffed. He's now suing the school over the situation.
Well, they just kind of disregarded the whole thing. Okay, it happened. Let's move on. No. I'm going to tell you what.
I can't believe they done that to that guy. So.
If it was my child, oh, my goodness.
As they say about women,
I'd just say get the bail money.
Have no fury.
Get the bail money ready. That's what I'd say. Because I'm telling you what. Yeah, because oh gosh, it just makes me sick.
It does.
That people don't.
All across America, we see these things these days.
But they don't take care and put kids' safety first. First.
I agree with you on that.
So
you got to think. One day they're going to look back on parts of this history that's going on now and go, boy, that was a bad mistake.
Right.
We hope. That's what we hope for. As we turn to the Godwin Group, they're the folks that clean things for you. And you go, well, what do I need cleaned by them? Well, there's a lot that can be done there. If you've got a business, all of these awnings can be cleaned with a simple. They can do that in no time flat there. Make it look new again. If you had to replace these, it's very, very expensive.
Yes.
Pennies on the dollar here to have your stuff cleaned to make it look new again. As you go to your home, your brick over time gets, and we even talked about it when he was in here about getting that red dirt on your brick. They can take all of that
rust off. And all kind of just different different things that happen over time.
That's right. Get your metal buildings clean. Make them look new again. Rust removal, everything there. Asphalt roofs, slate roofs, shingle roofs. They look new again and return to the color they were when you built your home. That's just a few of those. Check that out. Call them. You can reach them at 601-253-8262 for your rock, your brick, all of this. Looks great. It's the Godwin Cleaning Services. Call them today. They can do fleet washing. Anything that needs washing, they'll do it for you. Again, the Godwin Cleaning Services.
I'm Richard Schwartz. If you've been in an auto accident, don't hesitate to call for legal help. Remember, the first 10 days following an accident are crucial. I am Richard Schwartz, and I'm here to help you.
Call Richard Schwartz today.
We had a question come up just a moment ago.
Miss Shirley Frazier asked, who was the benefit for it news restaurant and when is it?
Jeff Holland, local singer, and that's going to be kicking off tomorrow and run until tomorrow night when they close. So around noon until 3 o'clock until they close. So go by and they're going to be selling food and things to benefit Jeff there. Had a rough time, so they're going to be taking care of him for them. So if you can help out, they'd love for you to do that. Don't forget, this is coming up at the Lauderdale County Agri Center on October 30th. We want to make sure that you know about the Holiday Extravaganza Gift Show. It's there kicking off at 9 o'clock and will run till 4 on the 30th, the day before Halloween. They've got a lot of things lined up for you, bigger and better this year.
That's right.
Free admission, doesn't cost anything to get in. If you're wanting to be a vendor, talk to Becky. You can call her at 480-1776. And they've already got 100 signed up already. Christmas decorations like you wouldn't believe. It's all coming there. If you can think it, they're going to have it there for you.
And if I'm not mistaken, isn't Jack Brown going to have his famous sausage dogs and some food?
Go Jack.
Yeah.
Check it all out there.
But yeah, if you don't have any Christmas decorations yet, I'm sure you can find them there. Get ready for Christmas.
Candles, clothing, women's, children's, all of this stuff there. So see them there. Again, it's coming up at the Lauderdale County Agri Center. Before you know it, this will be here. It's going to be the 30th of the month from 9 until 4. Lauderdale County Agri Center. Again, free admission. Come on out to the Holiday Extravaganza Gift Show. Yeah, I'm glad that that's a big name there.
It is.
Extravaganza.
It's a big deal.
It is. Come on out. You'll enjoy the show. That's going to be a lot of fun. Coming up toward the top of the hour already on this Friday. Can you believe this has flown by this fast?
I know. It really has. It's flown by.
Now, there's going to be a lot of events coming up in Meridian for the kids on the 4th of July. That's going to be happening there. We mentioned the horse show and everything that's happening this weekend also. Make sure you check those out. Let me see here. I was looking... let me see if I can find a few of these things that were going to happen that I wanted to mention. Almost got sidetracked there. Oh, Fall Festival that is coming up in Clark County. This is what I bring up. Their Fellowship Fun and Games, that's going to be on October the 24th. That's next weekend. So if you can help them out there at Bethany Baptist Church. Be a lot of events coming up the closer that we get to Halloween this year.
Yes, 4:30 to 7 p.m. on October the 24th. It's on a Sunday.
Yeah, that ain't far off there. You know, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Is it South Carolina that she's from? Am I right on that? No, it's Georgia, where she's a representative. And she said the words that made them go woo-hoo. She said, "Is it time that we all get a divorce in the United States?" You know, that's been mumbled a lot, but
right.
She just went ahead and blurted it out. I'm sure she'll get flack on Twitter and different places for saying that.
You know, I will say a lot of people don't like her, but I think it's great that she stands up for what she thinks right. You know, thinks is right and has a backbone. And she don't back down.
No, she does
not. I think that's good. We need more people like that.
Headlines are sad that we bring up next from Louisiana. A 6-year-old dies after he and his two siblings, aged 9 and 14, started a campfire in their play fort. He passed away.
My goodness.
That's tragedy. We hate that happened there.
That is awful.
But that was in Louisiana that went on there. Another just horrible thing happened in New York. A New York woman who is 39 has been charged with murder after starving her boyfriend's 7-year-old boy to death. Awful, awful, awful. We can't say enough about that.
You know, I don't have any kind of sympathy for people like that.
No.
I mean,
a child who...
You starve somebody to death, that's an ongoing, lingering, drawn-out thing to starve. That's torture.
Yeah, and this goes back to if you see something awful that doesn't look right, say something to somebody to save somebody's life.
Right.
That is just a horrible, horrible thing that we cannot...
Because a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to get involved. Oh, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Well, you know what? You better. Because especially if there's a child involved. Because that child can't help themselves.
No, they cannot.
So...
That's it. And we do appreciate y'all dropping by. Don't forget the fog. It is hopefully burning off by now, but it could be a little bit still remaining out there. Be careful. And our camper will be coming back on Monday.
Yes, I will. I'll be here.
Thank y'all for dropping by, and we'll see you then. Be careful this weekend.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by